The Europa by Carlos Santana 40 watts portable wireless speaker, 5200 mAh power bank, black, is an interesting Bluetooth speaker. It's larger and more expensive than the majority of offerings, but is still significantly cheaper than nice Bluetooth speakers, like the B&O Baylid 17. How does it stack up? The Europa arrived in a larger than expected box that was surprisingly heavy, due to the batteries. The unit arrived undamaged. The wraparound perforated grille looks pretty upscale, as does the brushed aluminum end caps. The rest of the unit is kind of a letdown, by comparison. The buttons are also lackluster. Machined aluminum buttons, even if they pushed up the cost a bit, would have made this speaker feel much more premium. The speaker also comes with a micro USB cable, but no power adapter. The inputs allow for an 18 volts barrel connector, but it doesn't specify the current. Likewise, the product documentation mentions a fast charging mode, but doesn't say what it is. I'm assuming it's QC2.0 or 3.0, but either way it can't exceed 18 watts. Which makes me think the 18 volts option is at 1A. Confusion about the charging aside, I'm guessing that most people will probably want to focus on the sonic performance, anyway. For me, I exclusively used Bluetooth connectivity back to a Google Pixel 3 XL phone. The Europa takes a little longer to boot up than I'd like, which is made worse by the lack of feedback from the sparse LEDs. Once the speaker is initialized, though, it pairs quickly and easily. I'm guessing it supports Bluetooth 4x, as it was able to stay connected to my phone from about 30 feet, though a couple walls. Really, that's it. After that, I played Spotify and FLAC files from my phone. The sound is better than what you'll get from a full-size Echo, but worse than what you'll get from a Baylid 17, while being much closer to the Echo. While the response isn't exactly flat, with weak bass under 120 Hz, it does sound well tuned. The cabinet space porting does improve the perceived volume, but does not help make the bass reproduction more accurate. As for the volume, it gets kind of loud, but does not get into distortion or break up. The issue would be the 40 watts claim. 40 watts? Peak? RMS? I'm guessing it's 20 watts per channel, peak. I would think that sustained power must be around 7 watts per channel, sustained. Without any published specs on the Class D amps or speaker sensitivity, it's impossible to say what this thing should be able to do. I did use an SPL meter from about 3 feet, and got a peak around 92 dB. May. That's more than good enough for inside, but will probably not be enough in an open, outdoor space. There are other speakers in the Europa's price range, but I can't really say how they compare to this unit. All I know is that the audio performance is a bit better than an Echo, for a bit more money than an Echo, which seems fair. Is it enough? It's hard to say, as YMMV, but you can try the speaker with a free return. If you need something better or louder, you'll need to pay more for it. Conditionally recommended. Please mark this review as helpful, if you found it to be helpful. Most portable Bluetooth speakers have serious limitations when it comes to audio quality and especially bass. I'm not going to say it rivals a traditional set of good speakers, it doesn't, but as far as Bluetooth portable speakers, it is the best bass I have come across. You could actually have this at a barbecue and it would be decent. We are using it outside on our patio for game nights/barbecue and it's excellent. Greater than BT setup was good, less than a minute after I had it out of the box, no instructions needed, just hold down the power button for a long time, standard Bluetooth pairing setup, and my phone found it immediately. It was paired and playing in less than a minute. Every time I go to pair, never had an issue at all. Greater than it's very responsive to commands. Greater than it gets pretty loud. Again, above average quality for a BT portable speaker. I do wish treble could go a little higher, but I find myself not noticing pretty quickly. You can play normal music on it that has bass and the speaker handles it fine. I listen to trap EDM/etc, always with lots of bass. It does great. Overall, I have had many BT speakers. This is definitely great for anyone playing modern music. Don't expect the sound quality of a top-notch wired system, but if you're used to standard BT speakers, this is definitely well above that. It is also heavy and feels well made. It doesn't feel like it is made from cheap plastics, and it isn't flimsy at all. Overall, this is a great speaker for the price, great sounding, good looking. There are just a few small functionality issues I wish I could change. Here are the specific pros and cons as I see them. You can decide which are important to you. Pros 1. It sounds terrific, with deep bass and extended treble. Click link in description for more reviews.